Hello, football rivals fans. It is Saturday night, and we have a great game on tap here for you guys. Number 23 Texas A&M is traveling to take on number 3 Georgia in a game that could shape the SEC landscape. I'm Commissioner back, and we are ready for action here at Sanford Stadium. As you see, Texas A&M 6-2, 3-2 in the conference, traveling to take on the Georgia Bulldogs. Strap up, get ready for some action. It should be a good one. As we see, Texas A&M is heavily represented in this game tonight. Coming down for action. And Georgia will be doing the kickoff. Kicking off to second-year starter Nikhil of the Texas A&M Aggies. And Banks has had a little bit of an off-season this year. He had a great season last year, led the Aggies into the promised land. As you see last week, he had a 463 3-TD game. Now we start getting into the meat of the schedules as the Aggies and this offense take the field. They have star wide receiver Ronnie Taylor, who the rumors are he will be coming back another season next year. As Banks takes a shot downfield to Ronnie Taylor right there. And just the defensive secondaries have been playing brutally this season as he hands off. Stiff arm, what a play right there by Pinckney on a 5-yard carry. Looked like he got a lot better game. And don't sleep on this Georgia Bulldog defense either. They play a 4-3 defense most of the time. They rely on those big dogs in the middle of the interior D-line. Quite a few of them are going to be going in the pro draft for a year or two also, but we'll get back to that all later as Banks with the play action pass and the strike to the left hash. First down. Aggies coming out with a bunch formation at the bottom of your screen here. Quick screen to the right side, and he had the blockers. He's going to wiggle and wank all the way for about a 7-yard gain. He had the blockers out there on the bottom of the screen for a first down, but he read it wrong. And you see the number 4 ranked stadium pulse from Georgia here at Sanford Stadium as Banks takes another shot to number 4. I believe that's Polk. Yes, Polk with his second catch of the drive for 20 yards. You see, Georgia is 7-1. The Aggies have had some struggles here at 4-3. Had some setbacks. They've had a pretty rough schedule. Georgia, we've had some televised games for Georgia, and they've shown why they're the number 3 team in the country. As the Aggies, this is the first week the Aggies are ranked, I believe. As Banks is just spreading this offense out, taking his shots, calling his shots, and taking some passes out to the sidelines. He's got a guy over the middle right here for the first down, and that's going to be a great grab there for the first down. And Banks is one of those guys. He will be in the Pro League second-year draft as the halfback Pinckney for the Aggies here with his second carry of the game, 2 for 15 on a 9.5-yard carry. Ooh, great play there by the Georgia secondary, punching the ball out. And the Aggies come out with the beef set here. Looks like they're going to hand off, and then Banks takes the quarterback sneak up for the first down. Great play by Banks, showing he's not afraid to put his body on the line to get the first down. Aggies hand off to Pinckney again up the middle. He had the right side. He cut it back to the middle, and he gets another 12-yard gain or 11-yard gain. As the Aggies are marching down the field on this defense here by the Bulldogs. He's got a guy to the left of the corner of the end zone. He hits him. Oh, couldn't get his foot down. Let's watch the replay as the Aggies challenge it. But it's going to be an incomplete pass. Yep, and they withhold their call. Incomplete pass, challenge used, and 2nd and 10 as they go with this little diamond formation to the top of the screen again. Everybody falls back with the defense or with the offensive receivers, and they just dump it off to Pinckney again, and it's going to be congratulations to Banks there on this. I believe that's the season. Did it say career then we can't really go by that because, as everyone knows, we just went to this game system for the first year. The last 2 seasons have been on the PS4. As Banks just lofts it up in the corner of the end zone, and it's knocked down by the defense again. And the Aggies, with a very promising first drive, they're going to have to try to settle for a 3 attempt. And it's up and good. And the Aggies will go up. That was still a surprising drive by the Aggies. I did not expect to see them go down and punch Georgia in the teeth like that. Georgia rebounded, countered, and laid some shots of their own on receivers trying to take some shots into the end zone. Georgia will get the kickoff. Oh, big hit there around the 10-yard line. And Georgia, led by Shelton Atkins and Kyle Morris. Kyle Morris is a second-year Georgia senior wide receiver. He is draftable for all you pro scouts out there, as is the quarterback, Shelton Atkins. Atkins is a transfer. He was at Georgia Southern last year, had phenomenal numbers, and my mind just went blank. He took the #1 draft pick from last season in the pro draft. I will remember it in a minute. Let me try to think here. Johnny McNamara. He took Johnny McNamara's spot. Thanks, chat. He took Johnny McNamara's spot as McNamara got drafted to the Canton Crush for the first pro season. Had a great season. Atkins taking a shot downfield. 3 and out for Georgia, unexpectedly, man. I did not see this coming for this start for the Aggies. The Aggies do have some great players, like Billy Ray Bannon out there, Levi Horn, 11 sacks, I believe, on the defensive end spot. He hasn't really been getting many more tackles. As the Aggies are liking this 4 and 5 wide set, he's got a guy over the middle. He takes a shot, and he's got him over the middle, and that's number 4 again, Polk, with his 3rd or 4th reception of the game already. And just like that, they're on the other side of the ball, the other side of the field as they hand off to Pinckney up the gut again. And this Georgia Bulldogs defense interior line usually is not their weakness. And today, the Aggies are exposing it as they hand off to Pinckney again, tries to roll up to the left side. And that time, he is stopped. Bringing up a 3rd and 2 here for the Aggies. Crowd's getting loud. Everybody's pumped up. He's got guys over the middle, and he hits him again. That's Polk over the middle again for his 4th reception for 55 yards. This Georgia Bulldogs defense has to hunker down here, man. They're in this red zone goal line defense, and Banks keeps the ball. He's rolling to the left side, spinning, and he rolls, and he gets down to almost the 2-yard line. Takes another snap, hands it to Pinckney up the gut for a touchdown, Aggies. And they're about to be up 10-0 following the extra kick. And actually, that was not Pinckney. That was East, I believe it said. Must have been, yep, David East. Watch the replay. Giving Pinckney a breather there. As Polk comes in on the goal line. Must be the heavy set running back. And he drives it in. You see there's 6 plays, 54 yards, a little over 2 minutes, and the touchdown dagger. And whoa. Put your seatbelts on, guys. We might have a car crash coming soon as Georgia's got to get settled in. I didn't even get time to get finished with my spiel about Atkins and Kyle Morris and all the defensive recruits that are draftable here. I believe Chris Johnson is on Georgia here. He was a transfer. He transferred with Atkins from Georgia Southern, I believe. 2 speedy receivers coming to Athens here to try to push for an SEC championship and maybe a national championship as Atkins dumps off and is hit at the line. Bounces off one of his own linemen's head. As they're in danger here of going another quick possession as it's 3rd and 4, 55 seconds left to go, down by 10. Atkins takes the shotgun snap. It's got a guy over the middle. He floats it, and that's the first down. That's Kyle Morris over the middle. Great play, great route. Just read the hole in the zone, filled it, and got the first down from Atkins. Hands it off up the middle again. Breaks that tackle. Slips through another one as Bannon couldn't bring him down. That's how you know a running back's running hard if they get through Billy Ray Bannon. But Steven Smith is no ordinary back, as this should be the last play of the first quarter, and it is, as they try to screen out there to Morris. And that's it for one here. Aggies up 10-0. Shockingly, look at these stats. 82 passing, 46 rushing to 26 and 3 on the Georgia side of the coin. This is a little bit insane. As Atkins and the Bulldogs here are 3rd and 2, set up around the 50-yard line. They have time. I believe that's Chris Jones in motion there, maybe. It's going to hit him in the flats. This is a bad play call as the Aggies, as that was read from the get-go. The minute he went in motion, the Aggies knew what that play was coming. And 4th and 3, second possession of the game. They punt it away as it's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Banks coming out with the Aggies for their 3rd possession of the game. Handed off up the middle to Pinckney, I believe. The Aggies and this team taking a shot downfield. He hits him. He's got him in stride, and he drops the ball. Paul couldn't bring it in. Great defense out there, hitting him right when his fingertips touched the ball. And that's how you play defensive back, as it's now this crowd's getting very loud on 3rd and 12. This is the first time the Aggies have really faced anything hard. He takes another shot downfield, and it's going to be intercepted. Banks is intercepted. He led Polk a little too far down that left side this time, and it gets intercepted by the Georgia Bulldogs. And you can hear the crowd, and this team's pumped, and we have some momentum now. Going to the Bulldogs. This could be trouble for the Aggies. And you see the Aggies are ranked number 23. This is their first week hitting rankings into the top 25. And of course, the Bulldogs have been there for a while. And next week, going into week 10, we will have, this is the last game of the week for week 9, as Atkins keeps the ball, and he is not known to be a runner. He tries to scramble out to the left side on a read option. And Griffin shoots him down. This is the last game of week 9. Go back and watch some more of the games from week 9. We have a great set of games this week. You see Griffin just read it there, read the option. Billy Ray Bannon had a beeline set up to him. Atkins might better be glad that Griffin got to him instead of Bannon. Atkins takes a quick shot over the middle to his halfback. 3rd and 3. But week 10, what I was trying to say a minute ago, week 10, let's go back, will be lots of motion here as they kind of set up a heavy set. Hands off at the middle, great play, side swipe, side step, he rolls forward. That's Steven Smith. That's why all the pro scouts are drooling over this guy. Last season, when he had Johnny McNamara back there in the quarterback spot, he had a great year. He hasn't had as good of a year, as good of a season this year. But he has shown the pro scouts that he could be a tool that they could develop, as Atkins finally, after standing there for what felt like about 7 hours, took off up the middle for a 7-yard run. Georgia's running a little bit of a hurry-up offense here. Play action. He's all garbly. Got the first down, though. Oh, big hits. Aggies defense swarms. Week 10 will be the first week of the college football playoff bracket rankings. There's a quick pull down on the RPO. Quick slant up there. He liked what he saw. 2nd and 5 here with a little over 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Play action to Smith. Hits out and tries to hit out in the flats to his tight end. Coming out with another 3 wide here. Man in motion coming down. It's not going to be a jet sweep. Goes back to where he was originally. Atkins has all day again. His offensive line is holding up against this Aggies defense. About 2 tight end here. Both tight ends released, and they hand off to Smith up the middle. believe that was Smith. That might have been someone. No, that is. Nikhil comes in from the sidelines. Quick action. He's got his tight end out in the flats, and he hits him, and he rolls forward. And he is in a boxing match with the defensive corner and the safety who came screaming up to try to make that tackle. It's now going to be 3rd and 3, a little over 6 minutes to go. They bring in the blitz, and he's going to get hit in the backfield. He got hit as the Aggies with a little bit of delayed blitz. Atkins had all day to throw again, and he did not. He takes a shot in the end zone here, and that's the big guy had a touchdown in the end zone. On 4th down, the Bulldogs went for it. Shocking, man. Oh, Aggies handoff, and he is juking, jiving, sidestepping, spinning, getting away. All that running for a 2-yard loss. Banks has got a foot in his end zone here. He takes a shot out to the left side, and that's his trusty target, Polk, again with his 5th reception of the day. Look at that. Over 6,000 yards passing, but like we said, that is not entirely true, as we'd have to go back. We do keep the ranks, the stats from season to season, so we have to go back to year 2. Banks pulls the ball down, takes off to the outside. Banks is known as a scrambler. He's more of a scrambler and not a runner, for all you pro scouts out there watching. He is a pro scout dream for the pocket as he hits there you go. There's Ronnie Taylor out in the flats as Banks hits over 100 yards in the end. Is only bringing 4 almost every single play as Banks takes another shot downfield. He's got Ronnie Taylor down the sideline. Ronnie Taylor, not many guys are going to catch him, and that's touchdown. Ronnie Taylor, left side, Banks to Taylor. That is a deadly combination, and that is another Aggies touchdown. Let's watch this replay. Just floats it down that left sideline from the opposite side of the field. Scouts, look at that arm strength. And not many guys are going to catch Taylor once he catches that ball and pulls it down. And the Texas A&M Aggies are on the verge of being up 17-0 over the Georgia Bulldogs. 5 plays, 91 yards, 1 minute and 52 seconds. For all you people out there listening and watching, thank you. We are well over 1,000 subscribers now. We hit all the deadlines and stuff that we needed for that as he hands out to, I believe, Stephen Smith out there in the flats. We are growing every day. We're the fastest growing esports football league in the country. Thanks for making us that way. We couldn't have done it without you as they blitz, but there was a set-up screen and Smith is shoestringing the sidelines over there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. If you like what you see, almost all these players will be draftable as he spins out of the tackle and he's down the right sideline. And Georgia finally waking up on offense as we're approaching 3 minutes to go in the first half, and he's lighting up in that backfield, guys. Got Bannon out there on the edge. Let's see what the Aggies do with Bannon. He's screaming down the line. They try a quick dump off over there for 1 yard, and that's what the Bulldogs have been good at in the past few years, is they've had a quarterback that's more of a game manager that will take off when he needs to. They've had the run game. He hits down the left hash, and he was wide open. That was great ball placement by Atkins as he hits him in stride. Just a little pull down, look to his first target. His first read was there, and he launches it. Atkins takes the shot. They set up the flat again. They love these little halfback releases. Chips the linebacker or the defensive end coming in, gives help to the lineman, and floats out there and finds a hole in the zone in the flats. Atkins points out something he doesn't like out there. Takes another shot. Oh, and Bannon almost with a drive ender right there. As we hit the 2-minute warning, Bannon had a pick in his hands and he dropped it. Atkins floats one of his own into the corner, and it's a touchdown! Oh my God, he went up and got that ball, I believe. Is that Chris Smith? Let's see who it is. Chris Johnson, there we go. It is Chris Johnson, the transfer. That's his buddy, his transfer mate from Georgia Southern, as he just puts it up there between two Aggies, and Johnson goes up and gets the ball. And yes, Chris Johnson. Sorry guys, a bit of a technical difficulty there, but yes, Chris Johnson is draftable for the year 2 draft of the pro season coming in February. Proud to say the mod is complete, as Ronnie Taylor gets hit on a 9.9 yard catch there. Quick catch as Taylor's down to the bottom of your screen in the slot position. And drop the pink knee up the middle, and that's going to be a first down by the Aggies. You got to think the Aggies are going to probably try to slow. It looks like they're trying to slow down the momentum a little bit here. As now the Bulldogs are blitzing on the outside. As I was saying about the big hit there by number 10 out in the flats. The Pro League Aesthetics mod is complete. It will be a game you've never seen before. It'll feel like a brand new game. No Madden, no NFL logos anywhere. Only football rivals everywhere you see. We're excited to bring it to you. And all the teams have been, they've gone through, like I said, the aesthetic mod, aesthetic customization, upgrade, making everybody look a little bit sharper, changing some uniforms, changing some logos on the helmets. It was pretty cool. All the GMs that are current were involved in their teams, and it's going to be fun. We can't wait to bring it to you. And congratulations. Welcome to Dooley Jr., the newest coach coming to the Wildcats, as Banks pulls the ball down and scrambles, but he does only get a few yards before he slides down. But we are up to 7 GMs now. Thank you guys for being there. And can't wait to start feeding you guys some of that information. Probably, start around November, December-ish. We'll start bringing out some of the new information on the teams and the organizations. As we are approaching the last 10 seconds of the first half, and the Aggies are driving down, ready to score again as he misses a guy. 5 seconds to go. They drove down pretty well there to end the first half here, and they take a field goal shot. It is a 49 yard right there as Redwine hits a first down. Or a field goal. My bad, guys. I took a drink of coffee and got all constipated in the mouth. But here we go. The Aggies will kick off as there's 2 seconds left to go. You got to assume that they will be burned on the kickoff. And here they are as they get smacked. And what a half we had here, guys. The Aggies are up 20-7 as Sanford Stadium here in Athens is still excited, but you got to think they are quite shocked. But it is an SEC rivalry game. It is an SEC matchup, and you never know what's going to happen when you play your conference games. Enjoy some highlights here while I take a break to catch my breath. And we're back here to start the second half as the Bulldogs try to, right where they left off to end the first half. They will try to get something going this quarter, this half. They got to get back in this game as the Aggies are still in this 3-4 nickel-style defense. Atkins hits a guy over the middle, his big tight end wide open over the middle of the field. And that's where the Aggies, or the Bulldogs, have been having a lot of success tonight, is these 8 to 10 yard passes, 5 to 8 yard passes, and then the receivers just turn upfield and get 10 or 15 more yards. You see the Texas A&M defender there shaking his head as, like we said, the big tight end Demetrius Thomas wide open, about an 8-yard pass right there, turns it up, and he turned a 5 to 8 yard catch into 21 yards, as you saw down there on the screen. And that's what Georgia's been doing good. They need to calm down, get more methodical, kind of dink and dunk down the field, hit some guys, and that's where the hole in the Aggies defense is. They do a toss. Oh, that was a bad play call there. This was like an RPO toss out to the right side, the bottom of your screen. And it got nothing, as it's going to be 2nd and 14. Play action. Atkins hits his guy in the flats again, and that's Demetrius Thomas again. As DeAndre Callow gets his 5th tackle of the game. He's been busy all game, as you see. Billy Ray Bannon's getting the double coverage on the edges, and that was a strike right there by Atkins. Atkins is putting a clinic on for the pro scouts that are drafting him, or that are scouting him to be drafted into the year 2 draft. They hand off. It looks like a tight end playing halfback there. That was not Thomas, but that was a big number 82 right there. This game, all in all, has about 9 guys that you can draft in the year 2 draft. As Atkins runs up the left side, he's got blockers. He cuts it in field, and he dives down around the 5-yard line. Let's see where he's at. Yeah, it's at the 8-yard line. What a play by Atkins right there. As he pulls down another one, he's got nothing but green field in front of him. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They're not out of this game yet, as Atkins took them down the field. The last 2 plays were all Atkins, as he decided the first play was a scramble as nothing was there, and the second play looked like a design run from the jump. And what a drive by Georgia, as they are back in the ball game, guys. It is 20-13, most assuredly about to be 20-14, and the kick is up and it's good, and we have a ball game. What a play! 7 plays, 78 yards for the Bulldogs, and we're back in it, guys. This is Football Rivals College League Year 3. That's right, Year 3, and we are at Week 9 here, as we're approaching about halfway through the season already. It's crazy that we're halfway through the season as Banks, and this crowd's starting to get into it again, getting loud there. And the Georgia Bulldogs defense is fed off of it as they're coming off the line and just stuffing the running back in the backfield for a 4-yard loss. Aggies come out in that bunch formation down on the bottom of the screen again. Taylor's open over the middle. He hits him, and it's going to be about a 9-yard pickup. 6-yard pickup there, 3rd and 8. The crowd and the defense are starting to feel it again. They finally kind of like delayed blitz to the safety, and he tries to hit Paulk down the sideline again. Well, looks like Paulk just doesn't have the speed to burn past those couple guys in the coverage on one-on-one coverage there on the street plays. Atkins hands off to Steven Smith up the middle, and Smith is rolling for the first down. That's his 6th rush of the game for 51 yards. What a play by Steven Smith. He heard me say that he was not having that great of a year this year, as he gets the handoff again. He's got blockers downfield on a 7-yard gain that time, and we're hitting under 6 minutes, 2nd and 3, and the Bulldogs, man, they are coming up, firing back. They want this lead on this drive. Atkins takes a shot. He is putting his passes on a dot, on a dime out there. And all his receivers are not having to move. Oh, what a play. That was a great play right there, guys. The blitz got picked up the millisecond before Atkins was about to get hit. He then released it to a receiver and put the ball where only his receiver can stop him. That time, Billy Ray Bannon, the white trash wrecker that we all know, came screaming up from his linebacker position and stopped it. 2nd and goal. Here we go. What do? Play. They hand it to Smith again. He spins off the first set of tackles, and the safety's there to clean it up. And it's going to be 3rd down and goal here. Too tight. Atkins gets it. He's got a guy on the left. He throws it to the right. And it looks like the defensive end was in coverage there on a tight end. And great defense by the Texas A&M Aggies as they're going to kick. Oh, the field goal is blocked. The Aggies blocked the field goal. He picks it up and he's running down the field. Is anybody going to catch him? He's down the sideline. He's to the 40, the 30. No one's going to catch him. That is a blocked field goal for a Texas Aggie touchdown. What a play by Texas A&M's special teams there. And they're about to be up 27-14. Matthew Berry hit the highlights. What a play there. I didn't even have time to catch my breath and get a drink before I had to come back. Wow, I was expecting to say the kick is up and it's good, but it was not as the Aggies blocked the field goal. What a play. They're clicking on all 3 phases of the game tonight. Sheesh. As the time may be a factor here for the Bulldogs. They're down by 13. Smith juking the guy on the outside there that had his number for loss, and he turns a loss into a 1-yard gain. Atkins takes the pass. They need us. There you go. Atkins with another dot, man. He is putting this ball through a window. Like the window's 90% closed, and he's laser dotting it right there as he does another one. What a pass. Atkins, Pro Scouts, if you're not watching, if you don't have Shelton Atkins on your draft board, what the heck are you doing? He hands it off to Smith. Huge hole off the right side. He puts the first guy on his butt. And that was his 10th carry of the day for 72 yards. That's right, 7.2 yards per carry. He doesn't have a touchdown yet, though, as Georgia's offense has been petering out when they get down in the red zone. And that time, Smith had nowhere to go as he hands it off. See this little too tight formation again. They like to run. He tosses it to Smith, and Smith was breathing a little heavy before that play. I want to sub him out. Actually, that was Smith. Okay, here we go. 5 wide, 3rd and 11, and the Bulldogs got to get this first down. Wide open down the left sideline. I believe that's Kyle Morris. As 3rd and 11, he beat the one-on-one coverage down that left side. Atkins saw it, gave him the pass was a little low for my liking, but who cares what I think, as it's now 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. They hand it off at the middle, and he gets stuck. And this is where the Aggies have been holding solid in the goal line, as it's now 40 seconds to go, 3rd quarter, 2nd and goal, 27-14. The Bulldogs have to score a touchdown here. They hand it off to Stephen Smith, and he takes it in for a Bulldogs touchdown. Actually, that was not Stephen Smith. I am completely wrong. I believe that was East again, giving Smith a break. No, it was Stephen Smith. Who knows? I'm too excited. What a play as the Bulldogs drive down and answer the Aggies, and are now within 6 with the extra point, but who knows, because the field goal was missed. 9 plays, 83 yards. That was a burner of a drive at 3 minutes and 9 seconds. And we're, after this play, after this kickoff, we'll be around half a minute to go in the 3rd quarter, and we are, and it is 27-21. At one point, this game was 17-0 by the Aggies, and we thought we were going to see a rout. Banks hands it off to the left side to Pinckney, and that was a 3-yard time-killing play. They don't have to snap it before the end of the 3rd, but they do. Banks takes a quick drop. He's got all day to throw, and he floats it in. He caught it. Pinckney caught it over the linebacker, I believe, or over the safety. It looked like it was going to be picked, and Pinckney picked it out of the air for the 1st down. What a play. Get your 4s up in the chat. There's your early playoff picture. Georgia's number 3. A&M Aggies are not on the top 12 at all, and they're trying to change that as we go into the 4th quarter. What a game, guys. Look at all those stars on defense for the Aggies. or for the Bulldogs. They still only rushed 4. They rushed a late 5th one as he hits old trusty Polk over the middle for the first down. And this is where, if you're the Aggies, you want to take a slow, methodical, time-killing drive down the field, burn some clock. You're up by 6 as he throws an incomplete pass to the right hash mark. Go down the field, kill some clock, kill some time, and then score some form of points down in the end. He floats it out to the outside to number 5 again. And hits 3rd and 7, and they're quickly approaching a 3-and-out drive here. In the dirt, tried to hit his favorite target today, Polk, and that pass was just not even at the shoestrings. It was bouncing in the dirt to him. And he punts away, and it's going to be a touchback. And the Bulldogs will get the ball back at the 20-yard line. Will they be able to go down and take the lead here for the first time today? As like we said, they were down 17-0, and they have came screaming, growling, barking, whatever you want to say, scratching and digging, fighting all the way down, and now they're only down by 6 as a touchdown and extra point could get them in the lead. And he hands it off to Smith up the middle, reverses field, and he drives forward. He's pulling people with him. What a running back Stephen Smith is. 14 carries, 81 yards. Quick RPO to Kyle Morris. He breaks through the first tackle, and the safety, Callow, who's been all over the game, barely gets a finger on him. He hands it off on a toss sweep to Smith. He had the first down, but I don't know if they're going to count that. Yep, they counted it forward motion, forward progress for the first down as he kind of sidestepped and went a little wonky out there. A little interesting formation here. Pulls it down. He met Mr. Bannon, and something happened, an explosion of some sort, and they all fell forward. It's a designed Wildcat run to the halfback out there. And as most Wildcats, most Wildcat plays are all or nothing, right? And that was nothing. As it's going to be 3rd and 8, 6.5 minutes to go. A designed quarterback draw, and that's not going to work on this Aggies defense up the middle like that. And the Bulldogs will punt away to the Aggies, and it looks like Ronnie Taylor spinning, juking, got around to the 25-yard line. Yep, the 25-yard line, and they will get the ball with a little under 6 minutes to go as Banks hits a guy in the flats. That's Polk again. That's got to be about his 733rd reception tonight. As Texas A&M is looking for the huge. This would be their signature win as Banks hits Polk in stride. Congratulations, young man, as he goes over 100 yards on the night. And this would be the Aggies' signature win. If they could knock off the number 3 team in the nation tonight. A team that a lot of people had picked to win the SEC outright. As Banks keeps it, he's got some blocks, and he puts his head down and gets the first down, Banks. First down, Aggies. What a play. 4 minutes to go, 45-yard line. Banks takes the shot. He's got his tight end in stride. Oh, my God. I did not even see him catch that ball, but he did, and he was off to the races. As that's a huge first down right there. Jeez, what a play. All the way down to the Georgia 22-yard line. You see Georgia's defense is like, what the heck just happened? As that was Sinalao Fong. Boop. Right up the middle. No one on him at all. No one touched him until right before they made the tackle. What a play. What a play call by the Aggies. Here we go. Approaching 3.5 minutes. Banks takes the snap. Takes a shot down the left sideline. No, and Polk had a touchdown. And he dropped it in the bread basket. And apparently the basket had a bottomless pit. Polk had 6 points on the day, and he dropped it as he hits Taylor. Quick curl out there. And Banks is now over 300 yards on the day. 17-yard line. Takes the snap. He's got a guy in the middle right there, and he takes a shot to him, and that is just a fastball to get rid of the ball. And they're going to take a field goal try. They'll put them up by 9. This crowd is being very loud. And it's up, and it's good. And the Aggies now have a 9-point lead, 30-21. Number 23 Texas A&M is leading number 3 Georgia, and the kickoff's away. Georgia takes Atkins is under center here. He takes the snap, a little quick pass out to his tight end. He said, if you can do it, we can do it too. And he hits his tight end on a 14-yard first down. Get to that time of the game when drives are precious now, and we're down to 2 minutes and 50 seconds as he hits his tight end again. That's Big Demetrius for another first down. Big D. And Atkins comes out in shotgun formation. They need to go here. We're approaching 240, 239. Atkins sits there all day, takes a shot down the middle of the field, and he's got him wide open. Or not wide open, I'm sorry, but what a play. Look at the ball placement. He is on fire. His accuracy is insane. All alone, 5 wide, takes a shot over the middle. Tight end catches another pass, and that's a 7-yard carry, 7-yard gain. 2:15 to go. They're in a little bit of a hurry up here. 2:10, 2:09. We got to go. Snap the ball, Atkins. He's taking a shot. He's making some changes. They're probably going to not get this off before and he does. With 2:04. Takes a shot to the right side. His receiver catches it, and that's going to be the 2-minute warning. As Atkins has almost wheeled his team down the field on this last drive. They're at the 12-yard line, 1st and 10. Minute 59 to go. They hand it to Steven Smith up the middle. And he picks up 3. They're still in the hurry-up offense here. Atkins takes the snap. He's got a man in the middle, and he hits him for a touchdown. The Bulldogs get another touchdown, and this is going to bring them within 3. Depending on if they go for 1 or 2, it could be within 1 or 2. Because that's Big Demetrius Thomas. We're going to have to go look up where this guy is at in his draft eligibility also. They're good with trying the extra point here. It'll be 30-28, and it's up and it's good. 7 plays, 86 yards, 122, and this is the ball game right here, guys. The Georgia Bulldogs have to stop the Aggies, or this game is over. And you see the Aggies come out in a heavy, tight formation to the right side. Fullback blocking, the hand off to Pinckney, and he's just getting smacked around out there, killing time. Now they come out in shotgun formation, 3 wide up top, 1 wide on the bottom. Halfback, got to pick up these blitzes, and they hand it off to Pinckney, off to the right side, and he's got a good carry. The Bulldogs could use their 2nd timeout of the half. Minute 33, 3rd and 7. They got to make the play here to make the stop to have a shot at this game. Banks all day to throw. He strikes to the right side. That's his tight end, number 85 again. And that could be the ball game, as Georgia just used their last timeout, and that is how it's going to end, everybody. What a game. I did not see this result coming. What a play, what a drive, what a game. As you see, Atkins on the losing team was the player of the game with 359, 3 touchdowns, 82.1% completion rates. This has been the Week 9 ender between number 23 Texas A&M and number 3 Georgia, and it will be interesting to see what happens with the top 25 rankings now, as the SEC is up in turmoil now. Catch you next week.